I'm Captain Sherman. Welcome to the SS Stupendous.
Do you have a ballroom?
No.
A rock climbing wall?
No.
Pilates studio?
No.
Is there anything else you don't have?
Funny you should ask. The anchor seems to have disappeared. Couldn't stop the ship if I tried.
Oh, is that all?
Steering wheel's gone too.
Guilty Party is the family-friendly whodunit.
This is a mystery game that the whole family can come and play together. And it's got elements of board games, it's got elements of mini games.
It's the mystery that everybody can get together and solve.
So when you sit down with your family and friends to play this game, you're going to be solving a mystery, working together to figure out who's the guilty party.
You look at the games that are out there, and there's really not that much that taps into the mystery genre, and the ones that do, they're mature titles. So we put our own spin on it and made it funny and accessible.
Smoot's got to cut and run. Maybe we can talk later.
You can play Guilty Party however you like. You can play it single player by yourself, or you can play it cooperatively with your friends and family. And the gamers in the family can even play the game competitively, where you're trying to race to figure out who the guilty party is. It's a very customizable experience. You get to choose your minigame difficulty and your mystery difficulty, so every player can play just the right level of challenge for them.
Enter the detective.
In Guilty Party, a Wiimote becomes your detective tool and gives you all the powers of the Dickens Detective Agency.
So many detective actions are, based on tools that you hold, like a flashlight looking in the darkness, or cracking a safe using the Wii Remote speaker. And so all of our mini games use the Wii Remote. We also use it just to play the game, to explore the crime scene, to move around. It's a really easy, simple game that anyone can play.
I really don't know what you're talking about. Could you explain it step by step?
When you meet a suspect in Guilty Party, you want to find out what they know. You want to get their testimony. And the way you do that is by playing a quick mini game, right? So one mini game, you have to hypnotize the suspect. Like, tell me what you know. Or another mini game, you have to stare at them, like very intently, be like, I know you know something. And then once you've won the mini game, they break down, they tell you what they know about the crime.
You're gonna love this.
Every suspect looks different. Some suspects are tall, some suspects are short, some suspects are round, some suspects are thin. And as you collect these clues, they tell you what the guilty party looks like.
And then as you collect the clues, you discuss them as a family, like who actually did this crime? Who's the long-haired, short man who done it?
One of the things about Wide Load, even when we were a tiny little company, we had very grand designs. We wanted to do games with lots of characters, with good stories, with robust senses of humor, and games that a lot of people could play. So when we started creating this game, we designed a huge roster of suspects. There's actually 16 different suspects. In each mystery, they're mixed up, and you meet different ones in different locations.
Good day to you.
Guilty Party takes place in a wide variety of locations, and really what it feels like is a round-the-world road trip.
In Guilty Party, you play as a member of the Dickens Detective Agency, and they're this world-famous, super awesome detective agency headed up by the Commodore. And the Commodore is getting ready to retire, and he has to figure out, well, who's going to take over the detective agency once he's gone? But the twist is that his arch nemesis, the master criminal, the Shakespeare of crime, Mr. Valentine, knows that he's retiring and is launching his ultimate crime spree to thwart his efforts to retire. And so not only do you have to capture Mr. Valentine, solve all these mysteries, but you also have to figure out, well, who's going to take over the agency after the Commodore retires? It's really exciting for us to be a part of Disney and working with them to create Guilty Party. I mean, Disney has such an amazing legacy of storytelling, whether it's Fantasia, all the way to Toy Story, right? Just groundbreaking, amazing stories that everyone loves. And for Guilty Party, that's our greatest hope, is that, this is a mystery game coming from Disney, which is something that everyone can enjoy, everyone can have fun playing together, and everyone can laugh at.
You got to find the guilty party before the guilty party finds you. Guilty party, find the guilty party. Got to find the guilty party, people.